Hello world, I'm Twist, and today is a very emotional and sad day. I'm recording this on December 13th, 2025. This will be out the next day. But today is Saturday night's main event, John Cena's last match. And I'm going to be doing a recap and review of it. And I'm just going to say, man, it's been 23 years of John Cena, and I can't believe we're at the end. I hope it's not the end of him wrestling. I hope he pops up every once in a while just to say what's up. But man, but if you love WWE content and if if you love if you love WWE content and videos like these, like it, like the video, share with another person who loves WWE content, and subscribe to the channel for more, man. But yeah, let's get right into the first match. Our first match of the night is Cody Rhodes, the WWE champion, against the ruler Oba Femi, who is the NXT champion. And this is what John Cena wanted. He wanted the people that are now against the people that are the future. And so we have the two champs of the top of their brands. And I can't lie, Oba, he was whooping Cody most of this match, man. He was putting belt to ass. I ain't gonna lie to you. They start the match off with a tie up, traditional wrestling, collar and elbow. But Oba, he's pushing him back. He's stronger than him. He's stronger than him. And like Cody, like man, like kind of stronger than me. But it leads into a section, where Cody tries to get his little drop down to the floor punch, but Oba catches him on the ground, big by the throat. He catches him, hits him with a big backbreaker, like an Irish curse type move. Then he gets him on the turnbuckle. He's getting with punches, knees, kicks, and kicks. All right, Cody's getting whooped. He's getting whooped in the beginning of the match. But Cody tries to get a big comeback in, but Oba stops all that. He grabs him by the corner, throws him in the middle of the ring. But Cody, Cody's a champ. He's still trying to fight hard, so he's trying to get another comeback in. He tries to hit him with a Cody tries to hit Oba with the Randy Orton breakaway slam he does all the time, but Oba stops it and then hits him with a big choke slam. But Oba stops and hits it with a big choke slam. But after the choke slam, Randy gets it. But after the choke slam, Cody gets another comeback. He actually lands the Randy Orton slam, and he hits a Cody cutter. 1, 2. Come on now. Oba kicking out of that. He's still on the offense though. He gets Oba, throws him outside. He tries to go for the suicide eye. Big punch by Oba, big reversal. Oba gets in the ring. He tries to hit Cody with a clothesline, but Cody pulls down the ropes for Oba to get out, and then he actually lands the suicide dive this time. Cody gets back after that. Cody gets back in the ring. He tries to Irish whip Oba, but Oba reverses it. Big spine buster on Cody. 1, 2, another kick out. Then we get a segment where Cody actually lands the drop punch. Then we get a segment where Cody actually lands the drop punch, but that leads to Oba clotheslining Cody outside the ring. And as Cody's outside the ring, he starts walking over to the announce table. He's like laid down over there because he just got clothesline outside. Oba gets his way outside the ring, hits him with a big uppercut on Cody on the announce table, and actually Cody hits his ear on the announce table and starts bleeding out. But it's not too much blood, but he's bleeding. It did make the match a little more exciting. Like, ooh, we got blood. after the big elbow, Oba gets Cody back in the ring and hits him with a big choke slam. 1, 2, another kick out. After the kick out, Cody turns up. He reverses a move by Oba, hits the avalanche Cody cutter when he jumps off the top rope and does it. We get a 1, 2, another kick. Like all good things, they don't end well. Drew McIntyre pops out, attacks Cody on the ground. We get a DQ win for Cody. I'm gonna give that match a 4-star. That's a 4-star match for me. Very exciting. I really, it's obvious we were gonna get a real finish because Cody can't lose, and but we got it. But it also helps keep on the story with Drew McIntyre. So Drew McIntyre still attacks Cody, but Oba stops him. He pushes him, and while he's facing off with Oba, Cody hits a Cody cutter. Oba hits a choke slam on him, and then we get a face off in the ring with Cody and Oba. Cody gets the belts. He gives Oba his belt, lifts his arm up. They aura farm for the crowd. Oba picks his arm up. They aura farm, and that's the end of that segment. Very entertaining match. I knew we were never gonna get a finish, but it was fun. It was a great match. Oba looks like a monster, and he's the next guy. Obafemi needs to be the next guy. Triple H, do the right thing. In 5 years, Obafemi better be the guy. He better be the guy. All right, next segment. Next up, we get to the women of. Next up, we get to the women of WWE. We get a veteran in Bayley, multiple-time champion with Lyra Valkyria, and we get a star from NXT, Sol Ruka, with her partner, with her manager, Zarya. We actually start the match off with another traditional tie-up. With Bayley leading because she's the more technical wrestler. So it's more of a high flyer if you don't know. And she has her arm. She's doing a little ligament attacks, trying to mess it around. But Sol does something cool when she tries to bring her arm down to stump on it. Sol does a cartwheel out of it, and then Aura Farms get a little emote on Bayley. After that, Bayley tries to do another tie-up. It leads to another arm moving thing that lands Sol into doing a handstand. But she walks backwards, gets a hurricanrana off the handstand on Bayley. I'm like, this is insane. Like her moveset is crazy. The beginning of the match, Sol Ruka is on top, but Bayley tries to stop it, tries to do a little Irish whip, but that turns into a Sol Ruka X Factor. X-Pac would have loved that one. After the X Factor, Bayley rolls outside the ring. Sol is on the apron, but Bayley tries to attack Sol on the apron. She does another handstand, breaks back down, kicks the wind out of Bayley. After she kicks Bayley, she goes over to the corner, tries to do a turnbuckle moonsault. She misses, as you slip Bayley with a big punch to the ground. Bayley gets her back in the ring. Bayley gets taken right back outside again by Sol, and Sol does a cartwheel moonsault to the outside. Sol Ruka's next up, man. Her moveset is crazy. She's next up. She has to be. After the moonsault, she gets on the apron, does a springboard frog splash, but it gets reversed. It's reversed by Bayley, and Bayley hits it with another clothesline. And now it's time for Bayley to turn up. She gets a lot of the brunt of the offense at the beginning of the match, but now she's turning up. She does her signature front flip slam to the turnbuckle. That gets a kick out, but Sol doesn't let Bayley come back like that. She hits it with two elbows back to back, then hits it with a German suplex. She does a crazy move on the top rope where she does a cartwheel off the rope into a DDT, but that gets a 1-2. You get another kick out. These ladies were going off in this match. They went crazy in this match. I ain't gonna lie to you. But Bayley a vet in the game. She ain't gonna let her just get all the offense. And Bayley hits her signature Bayley to Bayley slam, but that gets a kick out. Bayley's still on the offense. She picks her up, put her on a turnbuckle for a trio woe. Big elbow, but that gets another kick out. Bayley's had enough of the match. She tries to get the finish, going for the Rose Plant on Sol. Sol rolls out of the Rose Plant, moving to a big knee. 1, 2, another kick out. But after the kick out, Sol instantly on the offense tried to go for her signature Sol snatcher off the turnbuckle. Miss. Bayley hits the Rose Plant on her. 1, 2. But Sol Ruka's she's pretty tall. Her legs are really long. When Bayley's pinning her, she pulls her so far that her legs hit the end of the rope. It's a kick out. Bayley's upset. She's punching her. She's punching her. Bayley tries to pick her up, but that leads to a roll up by Sol. Bayley reverses that roll up, but Sol kicks her out. As Bayley kicks out of the pin, she gets instantly hit with a Sol snatcher, but she rolls to the edge of the rope. So Sol has to grab her arm, trying to pull her forward. Bayley uses her leg to roll Sol up. 1, 2. Sol flips over. 1, 2, 3. Sol Ruka wins the match. This is a 4-star. This is a fire match. These women showed out. I know John was proud. It was a crazy back and forth. It was a crazy match, generally dominated by Sol Ruka on offense, which really surprised me. I thought they would have went with the Bayley being a vet, dominating majority of the match, but surprisingly she didn't. The NXT men and women, they showing out so far. But yeah, it ends with them in the middle of the ring, holding each other's arms up. Great solidarity. No anger, surprisingly, with Bayley. But yeah, another solid match on tonight's card. Next up, we get a match on the card that is my favorite match on the card that's not involving John Cena. And we have AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, who are the World Tag Team Champions, against the young OG. Down C. We got Javon Evans and Leon Slater, who is the youngest in charge. And the match starts off on a bang. I'm gonna call Leon Slater and Javon when I'm talking about them together as OGs, because OGs and being young is like their whole thing. So the OGs start the match off instantly. Super kick. They super kick AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. That leads to AJ Styles getting outside the ring. Javon instantly goes to a big dive on the outside. Leon Slater hits another big kick on Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee's outside the ring. This man, Leon Slater, gonna run to the turnbuckle, front flip slam. He get Dragon Lee back in the ring, get on the top rope, crossbody. Then he tags Javon in. Javon frog splash. 1, 2, kick out. I ain't gonna lie, that's how you start a match off. They instantly got to it, but Dragon Lee's not done. But he doesn't get his comeback yet because they do a tag team move with the OGs. They do a big elbow. They do a big elbow on Dragon Lee on the corner. But then Dragon Lee, he reverses a move by Leon Slater. He flips over him. Big power bomb. We get a double down. You know what the double down mean in a tag team match? We get into the hot tag. AJ Styles and Javon Evans, they go into the ring. AJ hits the big combo, the punch, kick, back fist, slam on the ground, big elbow on the corner. He gets on the turnbuckle, big elbow on the turnbuckle. But then Javon gets AJ on the outside. Javon hits a crazy moonsault off the rope. He looks like he's about to hit the front row. He misses. AJ hits him with a big spear on the barricade after that. Then Dragon Lee does a hurricanrana to Leon Slater, who's on the apron, into AJ Styles in a Styles Clash catch. But Javon stops it, hits AJ with a big kick. Then Leon throws Dragon Lee into the turnbuckle. They get AJ Styles back in the ring. With AJ Styles back in the ring, that man Javon Evans hits AJ with the OG cutter, tags in Leon Slater with one of the coldest moves in wrestling history, a Swanton 450. It's probably one of the coolest moves I've ever seen in my life. 1, 2. Dragon Lee ain't going for that. Dragon Lee gets in the ring, kicks Javon into Leon Slater to stop the pin. That leads to Lee and Javon in the back and forth in the ring, but Lee wins the exchange with a big elbow to Javon. He gets Javon outside and does a big front flip on him. After the front flip, Leon Slater has control over AJ now. He tries to go for the Styles Clash. AJ reverses it, tries to go for his own Styles Clash. Another reverse, which leads to Leon lifting AJ above the apron. He tries to elbow AJ. AJ stops it. He hits him back. Now AJ setting up for the phenomenal forearm. He jumps up and he slips. I haven't watched it back yet to know if it was a botch or not or if it was planned, but AJ slips. And off the AJ slips and Leon goes for the pin. He kicks out. And then Leon goes to the top rope and he jumps for a hurricanrana. AJ catches him. Styles Clash. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't Dragon Lee win? This is a 5-star match for me. You could say it's a spot fest. You could say it wasn't the most technical thing, but this was just fun. It was just fun. It was just instant. It was total non-stop action. See what I did there? It was some TNA. It was a great match. The vets in AJ Styles and Dragon Lee performed insane. Javon Evans, Leon Slater, they showed out in one of the biggest platforms they can. I can't wait for the future from them. They're only 22. They're only 22 and 21. They make me feel bad about my age. You know, but I'm not going to talk about that. But incredible match. Incredible match. That is the third match of the night, and it's 4 matches tonight. So now it's time to talk about the last match. But we get interrupted with a Miz segment. The Miz comes out to the ring, and he's very upset how everyone's ignoring him when it comes to the story of John Cena. He even brings out his attire when he beat John Cena at WrestleMania. It's insane. And but R-Truth saves the day. He pops out, of course, with his John Cena shirt. I got my John Cena shirt on. Love this shirt. And he says, "I saw what you did, Miz, on SmackDown," because the Miz trying to get a second chance to fight John Cena, he switched the balls out. And R-Truth says even something funny, but he said, I know you did something inappropriate with Nick Aldis's balls. I was like, what are we talking about right now? And he says, I got the real ball that you took. And he opens the ball up, and it's Joe Hendry. He says, Joe Hendry. So, of course, say his name and he appears. He pops up. Joe Hendry pops up. The Miz isn't having it, though. He tries to punch him, but Joe stops it, hits him with his breakaway fallaway slam. He's on the ground. He goes to the turnaround, but R-Truth says, wait, let's both turn around. They go. They go ahead and hit the five knuckle shuffle. Boom. And then Joe Hendry hits the standing ovation. Boom. And that's that segment. They wanted us to have a laugh because the main event made almost every grown man cry in that building. All right. We're now at the main event. The reason we're all here. It's the 17-time world champion, John Cena, versus the Ring General, Gunther. And, of course, Gunther pops out first. Big boos. No one likes Gunther. Then next, we hear the trumpets. We hear the horns. John Cena. My GOAT. Your GOAT. Last entrance, man. It made me watery eyed. It made me tear up, man. To see this last entrance, they had all the legends in the front row. It's been important to me, like Kurt Angle, RVD, Trish Stratus, Mark Henry, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. They were all in the front row. And we get into the ring. You know that Lillian Garcia does the announcements for the names. Sadly, no Charles Robinson at ref. But we get into the ring, and that bell rings. We start the match off with a traditional collar and elbow tie-up, because of course we are. It's wrestling, damn it. In the tie-up, they get a stalemate, drop down, and Gunther walks out the ring. He walks down to the apron. He's hearing the boos, He gets back in the ring. Tries to go for another tie-up, but he fakes it out, hits him with an uppercut, and then he emotes on the people, getting all the boos in the world, getting all the boos. Every man, every woman, every child is in their crib just booing him. And then you hear, "Fuck you, Gunther." And that pissed Gunther off because then it led to a lot of big chops. It was just chop at the chop at the chop at the chop at the chop. And as the chops are going on, you get into a "You tapped out! You tapped out!" And that pissed Gunther off. And he proceeded to body slam John and throw him in the corner. Gunther, as Gunther does recently, he's still playing with his food. All lackadaisical. He picks John up. Tries to go for the chop. Stop it. Shoulder tackle. Shoulder tackle. Weave. Slam. You can't see me. Boom. Get down. Going for the AA. Lifts him up. He didn't get the AA. He didn't get the AA. Boom. Elbow, elbow. He turns into a German suplex and then hits it with a clothesline. After the clothesline, Gunther gets John and he goes for the sleeper. John gets out of it. Reverses it. Hits it with the STFU. STFU. He's locking it in. He's locking it on him. But John tries to reposition Gunther. That leads to Gunther kicking John away. And that lets to Gunther getting a big dinosaur kick to John on the turn to the corner. He picks up John with the powerbomb. Boom. But he doesn't go for the pin because he tells the ref, ask him if he's done. Ask him if he wants to quit. And that leads to Gunther going on a run of doing clotheslines back and back and back and back and forth. I think he hit about 5 clotheslines. And every time he was like, "Ref, ask him if you want to quit." And I'm like, man, it's getting kind of crazy for my boy right now. He getting whooped, gang. But at the end of the day, we talking about John Cena. Goes for another clothesline. Weave. Shoulder block. Shoulder block. Weave. Slam. You can't see me. Get the AA this time. 1, 2. He kicking out of that. He kicked out of it, man. He kicked out of it, man. After Gunther kicks out, John goes for another AA, but Gunther stops him. Big chop to the back, puts him in a sleeper hold. But as John is in a sleeper hold, he reverses out of it, and then he puts Gunther in a sleeper hold. And Gunther's getting flashbacks of WrestleMania against Jey Uso. He's squirming, but he rolls out the ring. He gets out of it. He rolls out the ring. Outside the ring, John gets out there, but Gunther chops him, picks him up, big reverse slam on the apron, and he throws him to the stairs. And then Gunther proceeds to walk to the other side of the ring, where the announce table is. He brings some stairs over there. He gets on top of the stairs. He aura forms. He emotes. He does this to the crowd. Lame. Gets to the announce table with John. Tries to go for a powerbomb. This John Cena shtick. You can't steal his shtick. Reverses out of it. Big AA on the announce table. Boom! He gets him. He gets Gunther. Puts him in the ring. 1, 2. Kick out. That boy Gunther ain't going. After Gunther kicks out, John Cena does a move I haven't seen in a minute. I don't believe he's done it this year. He probably did it against Cody at SummerSlam, but I can't remember. But he gets on the top rope, does the big leg drop, boom. And you just hear, you still got it. You still got it. They trying to make John stay. He ain't staying. And then John goes, this is the last one you're ever going to get. You can't see me. You can't see me. Gunther stops him. Kicks him. Big powerbomb. 1, 2. Kick out though. It's Big John. Gunther tries to go for the sleeper again, but John gets he's fighting back. He's fighting back. He gets on the top rope with Gunther. We get the avalanche AA. We get the avalanche AA. Boom. 1, 2. Kicks out. He not letting John get this thing, bro. Then we get a signature moment. We get a yeah, boo, yeah, boo, which leads to Gunther reversing the AA into a powerbomb, a big splash on the top rope. 1, 2, kick out. Here you get a chance of Super Cena, Super Cena. After another kick out, Gunther goes for the sleeper. And this segment goes on a while. Gunther goes for the sleeper. John's fighting. He's fighting and clawing back. Standing at first, but then he brings him down. John gets up with the people. He's getting the power. He gets up. Tries to go for AA. Stops it. Back to the sleeper. Tom Gunther doing the sleeper jumps on John's back. John hits him on the corner to get him off him. But only for a couple seconds he's off him because Gunther gets right back on his neck. Hitting him with the sleeper again. As he's getting the sleeper again, he hits him in the corner again. Boom. Hit him with an AA. 1, 2. Kick out. But as soon as he kicks out, Gunther gets right back to the sleeper. Choking him. He's choking him. And now he's losing life. He's losing life. The ref gets his arm. He goes, 1, 2, 3. John's powering up. He's powering up. He's getting up. But Gunther, elbow. Right back to the sleeper again. He's fully got it locked in. He's on the ground. John Cena looks at the camera. He smirks. He taps out. The man we grew up with, who told us to always have hustle, loyalty, respect, and to never give up, did the one thing he hasn't done in almost 20 years. He tapped out. Man, This is an iconic match. This is a 5-star match for me. Man, it really sucks. It really sucks that this is the last time. They say wrestlers never retire, but John might actually do it this time. The back and forth, the hope of thinking John could pull it off, especially in that last segment, and also in that segment, it lets me show like the thing is, it feels like John could have got out of it. When he smirked at the camera and tapped out, I was like, why would he tap? Like, why wouldn't he go to sleep? It made me think like, was that a little hint of was that a little sprinkle of heel Cena involved? But I don't know. But yeah, after that, the roster came out, surrounded the arena. Cody Rhodes and CM Punk, they get in the ring. They give John his flowers. They give him his belt. They give him their belts. So Cena can aura farm. He's aura farming around across the ring, showing the belts. And as they came out, right, Triple H walked out first. They were booing him. They said you fucked up. They said you. So a lot of people did not like that result. I don't really like that result. I don't like John tapping. Me honestly, I wish he would have passed out because he's supposed to never give up, But I guess you could say in the sense of John's done. So I guess that explains the tap out. But Triple H gets on the apron. He daps up John. And then he goes, John, look at this. And they show a trippy video. Very heartwarming. After the video, John's teary-eyed. He takes his shoes off. Takes the sweatbands, the headband that he puts on his arm because his arm is gigantic. Leaves the middle of the ring. And he walks off to the sunset. Man. Incredible PLE live event, whatever you want to call it. I enjoyed it. I just want to give a tribute to John myself. John debuted 2 months before I was born, and ever since I've been born, John has been the guy for me. He's been my favorite wrestler of all time. Without John Cena, I wouldn't be a wrestling fan. And the one true thing I can regret in my life is that I never got to see John live. I tried to see him this year. I tried to see him live this year, but it didn't work out. But I'm truly grateful to be able to see him in any capacity. And I'm truly grateful for what he's done, not just for me, but for everyone that enjoys wrestling, for the whole WWE universe. And I just want to say thank you, John, for all you've done for us, man. I just want to say thank you, and I hope you enjoy retirement. I hope you don't leave. I hope you don't leave us high and dry. You need to pop out every once in a while, man. I know y'all got some more merch to sell, man. So pop out every once in a while. You don't got to wrestle again, but you need to pop out and hit somebody with an AA when they acting crazy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's going to be the end of the video. Man, wrestling without John Cena, man, it's a crazy world we live in. But if you enjoyed this video, please like it. If you think someone else is going to enjoy this video as well, please share it with them. If you want more content like this, subscribe to the channel. I'm Twist, and I think I have a good way to end this video. You can't see me.